Good afternoon from Clementa Hill Farmstead. It's January 17th, 3 o'clock, and the temperature outside is very mild. It's been between 30 and 37-ish degrees for the last few days, and it actually rained out yesterday and this morning a little bit. The temperature's starting to drop, and there's snowflakes falling in the sky right now. Today on the farmstead was cleanup day, much needed. We went ahead and cleaned out yes, you have so much to say. We went ahead and cleaned out both the chicken coops, put all the old bedding in the compost pile. It is rude to interrupt. We went ahead and put all new fresh bedding in their coops, and I think they're enjoying it. They've been scratching at it for a while now. And we went ahead and put hay in the other one. And I did another hay road for them here. Flip this around so you guys can see. Here's the hay road that I made for them again. The other one, the old one, was completely covered in snow. I went ahead and changed out their water to a smaller 15-gallon one. It was really tough for me to change the water in that big one just because it was so heavy, and with the metal it froze to the ground and I wasn't able to change it. So I went ahead and made a smaller one, and my plan is just to change the water every week or so. The ducks really muck it up. My temporary shelters have been working well. I got their feed in there. They're liking that. I had to contact the company to the new chicken door opener, automatic door opener, because it was failing. Once it got down to 0 degrees, it just didn't want to work. They recommended putting lithium batteries in there while it's super cold out, and it's seeming to work now since they sent me a new motor. But there's all the old bedding. There's the noisy ducks. That was actually a mountain up to the top of there, and the chickens and the ducks, the cats were in there too. They scratched it down and spread it out nice and pretty for me. So thank you for that. All new fresh straw for them. Cleaned out all their bedding. And we spread a bunch of, I'm probably not pronouncing this right, but diatomaceous or something earth. It's supposed to help with mites and mold and all that stuff. So just because it was getting pretty wet in there. And another thing that I've been researching lately is artificial light in coops. We are only getting 1 to 2 chicken eggs a day, and that has to do with the amount of light in the day. Something in the hens, their hormones is affected by light, or light affects their hormones, and once the light gets below 14 hours a day, whatever it is inside of them turns off their egg making. And so I've been researching a lot about adding artificial light to the coop to help them lay, and I have found out from multiple sources that that's actually beneficial for them, which is contrary to what I believed originally. I just figured that adding artificial light, it's artificial. It's not, I would think it wouldn't be good for them, but I think it's related to us up here in the northern regions. We lack vitamin D when there's not as much sunlight out. And it's good for us to, get that extra sunlight. So take a vacation or something like that, or vitamin D supplements, or hit up a tanning bed every now and again. I think that's kind of similar to, I could totally be wrong, but that's the only thing that I can think of is why some of these articles are saying adding artificial light is actually beneficial for the hens, not just for egg laying, but just for their overall health in general. Now everybody has their own opinions, but the last few articles that I've read have actually all of them have said that it's beneficial for them. So I went ahead and bought a LED light strip with a timer that I'm going to put in here, and I'll look at how much time is in the day here, and I'll set the timer to the extra amount that I need to make it 16 hours worth of daylight, and we'll see if they start laying more eggs. I have heard that it can take, up to a few weeks for them to actually start laying again, but we'll see. It's an experiment. I've never done it before. Well, that didn't take me that long. It took me about probably, 40 minutes to put up these lights. These are just an LED light tubing strip or something like that. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they're pretty cheap. It was like $30. We went to Walmart and put it up. I was told that all you need is about 50 lumens of light for it to work, which, if you can think about it in terms of reading a newspaper when it's pitch black out, that's all the amount of light you need for these chickens to start hopefully laying eggs with this artificial light. So I put it all around the top, and then I gave myself some light in the shed too. If we want to come down here at night or whatever, we can just plug it in. And then I set up, I got this automatic timer here. I don't know how to run that yet, but I'll just read the instructions here. And we're gonna need, I did the math here. Let me flip this around and I'll show you. So sunrise right now is at 7:50 a.m. I just rounded it to 8 o'clock. Sunset's at 5 p.m., which means for 16 hours of total daylight, we need 7 additional hours, so 7 hours of artificial light. Now, I was told that you should add the artificial light in the morning, which would actually put that at 1 a.m., but that is super early, so I cut it off 2 hours short, and then I'm just going to add 2 hours at night. So for 16 total hours of light, it'll come on at 3, and then I'll see if it can shut off at around 8 o'clock, and then it'll come on a little before 5, and then stay on till 7, and then shut off at 7. I don't know if my timer will do that, but that would be ideal. So yeah, we'll try that. Another thing I read was don't just start at 16 hours right away. Add about an hour a week of artificial light just to gradually get them into the swing of things. But then other articles just said, nope, go ahead and start it. So I don't know, I'm kind of being impatient, so I might just kick it on the full 16 hours starting tonight and see what happens. If they're acting kind of goofy or strange, or I notice anything different, then I'll go back to the whole, gradual adding an hour of daylight a week for them. But I think it looks pretty good too. I have no idea. it was nowhere on the box said how many lumens these lights are. But I imagine when it's pitch black outside, complete nighttime, this will be pretty bright in here. Because it's still bright outside right now, and this shows up pretty bright in here. Because we need eggs. I almost bought eggs at the grocery store for the first time in a long time. Years and years and years. Last year, our layers, they laid pretty well throughout the winter. But I don't know if it's this year with the super early deep snow, or we've had, obviously some serious up and down weather changes that might have shut them off. Who knows? I don't know. I guess I wasn't really expecting this big of a egg production lull. Last winter we were able to, they did slow down last winter, but we were still getting, I think we had a dozen chickens last winter, and we'd still get at least probably 5-6 a day. Plenty enough to sustain the family. So start laying some eggs, ladies. In other news, we have 13 more ducks coming in March. They will show up the week that the 100-something meat birds come as well. So that's going to be a busy week for us, but I'm actually already starting to prepare now, because I know it's going to be crazy once March comes, with seed starting in the garden and just spring prep in general around the farmstead. So it's going to be probably mucky, messy this spring too, with all of the snow. So that'll be fun. I think that's all I have for today. So we'll let you know how the artificial lighting goes. We'll keep track on how many days it takes for them to start laying more eggs, and hopefully it works. Thanks. See you later.